In this video, we are going to cover a detailed summary of Shakespeare's tragic love story, Romeo and Juliet, exploring the plot, characters, and events in simple narrative form. So let's start. In the bustling streets of Verona, two noble families, the Montagues and the Capulets, are locked in a bitter feud. Their hatred has lasted for generations, poisoning the city with tension, conflict, and violence. The feud affects everyone around them, and even simple encounters between members of the opposing families can erupt into dangerous fights. Amidst this turmoil, Romeo, a young Montague, is melancholic and withdrawn, ace in love, but not with a Capulet traitor. He pines for Rosalind, a woman who does not return his affection. His heartache makes him distant and reflective, a young man consumed by longing to distract themselves from the sadness in the city. Capulet throws a grand masquerade ball, inviting guests from all around Verona. This ball is meant to be a celebration, but it becomes a pivotal turning point in the story. Romeo, persuaded by his friends, decides to attend the ball in disguise. There, among the masked dancers and glittering lights, he meets Juliet, the young daughter of Capulet. The moment their eyes meet, it is love at first sight, a connection that transcends family boundaries and social expectation. Neither is aware of the other's family identity at first, and they are drawn to each other with an irresistible intensity. Their brief conversation is filled with tenderness, curiosity, and fascination. Soon, the truth is revealed. Romeo is a Montague, Juliet a Capulet. The knowledge of their family's feud adds a dangerous edge to their newfound love. Despite the risk, they are unable to suppress their feelings. That night, Romeo sneaks into the Capulet orchard, and the two lovers share a secret meeting where they express their devotion and begin planning a future together. Their love is young, passionate, and pure, yet shadowed by the threat of their family's anger. Determined to be together, Romeo and Juliet take a daring step. They marry in secret, officiated by Friar Lawrence, a wise and compassionate priest who hopes their union might end the feud between their families. The mariage, conducted quietly and without the knowledge of their families, strengthens their bond, but it also sets the stage for tragedy, as secrecy and deception become essential to their love. Soon, the dangers surrounding Verona intensify. Tybalt, Juliet's fiery cousin, confronts Romeo and his friends in a public street fight. Romeo initially refuses to retaliate, honoring his new bond with Juliet, but his friend Mercutio, who cannot control his temper, is fatally wounded by Tybalt. Enraged by the death of his friend, Romeo kills Tybalt in retaliation. The violence shocks the city, and Prince Escus, the ruler of Verona, decrees that Romeo must be banished from the city for his crime. This punishment separates the lovers physically, but their emotional connection remains unbroken. Juliet is devastated by Tybalt's death and Romeo's exile. Friar Lawrence devises a plan. Juliet is to take a potion that will make her appear dead for 42 hours, after which she will awaken and reunite with Romeo. The plan is risky, requiring secrecy, patience, and precise timing. Juliet agrees, braving the terrifying thought of feigning death to escape her family's control and be with her love. Tragically, the plan goes awry. The crucial message explaining the plan does not reach Romeo in time. Instead, he hears that Juliet has died. Overcome with grief and despair, Romeo rushes to Juliet. Is a tomb in Verona. Believing she is truly dead, he takes poison and dies beside her. Moments later, Juliet awakens and finds Romeo lifeless. Heartbroken, she takes Romeo's dagger and ends her own life. The deaths of Romeo and Juliet finally shock both the Montague and Capulet families into awareness. The magnitude of their loss and the senselessness of the feud force them to reconsider their hatred. Grief and regret prevail over anger, and both families vow to end their enmity, honoring the memory of their children through reconciliation. Romeo and Juliet is a story of love and fate, youth and impulsiveness, loyalty and betrayal. It is a tragedy that explores the devastating consequences of hatred and conflict, the intensity of first love, and the unpredictable nature of life when human emotion and social pressure collide.